Good morning and good afternoon, depending on wherever you at. The time of the recording, this is episode 180 of the Restricted Zone podcast. I want to introduce two people on the episode today, three-man crew. Kendrick, introduce yourself to the subscribers and fans, man.
You already know who it is. Smartest man on the podcast, as I always say.
The smartest man on the podcast. It's been a minute since we see you, the wisest one. It's been a minute, man. It's good to see you, brother. Good to see you. And we have a special guest hopping on episode 180, a hallmark at 180 episodes. A good friend of the pod. He watches the pod, checks it out, and now he's finally getting to hop on. And he's getting to shine, man. The football enthusiast. Introduce yourself, man.
Hey, how you guys doing? My name is Sean. Um, just joining in as a guest. Wanted to see what we could talk about. Talk about some of the things going on with the season, whether that be ball, all types of ball. Like Colin said, just ball enthusiasts overall.
Football enthusiast overall, but very knowledgeable, man. We'll see if you can match with the smartest man on the podcast. Definitely looking forward to seeing the conversations coming out of this episode. But if you guys haven't, subscribed and turned on the post notifications, it's a Knicks Tape Volume 3 that will be uploaded this week. Our co-hosts, Kyrie, Lodge, and Rick, may not be Rick, but Kyrie and Lodge definitely great episode. Definitely check it out. I'm not a Knicks fan. I hate them, so I won't watch them. But you guys who are Knicks fans should definitely check them out. If you love the Knicks, you're from New York, or if you're just a sports fan in general, check out the episode. That's episode 179. So turn on the post notifications so you can be in tune. And this is the NFL episode. It's been a long time, about 2 weeks maybe since we dropped one. So we're coming back with one. So definitely looking forward to doing this. Listen, guys, it's week 14. NFL season is crazy. And you know what, Kendrick? I'm going to start with you because this is something I've been looking forward to. I wanted to get your opinion and thoughts. What's some of the most surprising teams or players individually that you say, man, I didn't expect this coming from, this individual and team, and they really see their expectations. And then, some of your biggest disappointments.
Okay. I would say who exceeded my expectations were the Vikings. They really started out very strong with Sam Darnold because I'm not really a Sam Darnold believer. So it's like, are you going to be good? Are you not? And I mean, they what are they? 9-3,
The minute,
8-4.
yeah, I believe so. They're 9-3.
I think they're 9. I mean, listen, they're in a great division. Could argue the best division in football. Could argue.
They're
Could
10 and
argue that
2.
right now.
They're 10-2.
Oh, 10 and
Excuse
2.
me.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
10
I
and 2.
apologize to all the Viking fans.
Yeah.
Apologize. But listen, like they really surprised me with Sam Darnold. I was also just very curious on how they were going to look with JJ, but since he out for the season, tragic. But we're gonna see him next year. We're gonna see how they do, or they might stick with Sam, and depending on how far they go. They looking like a real shot. It's gonna be harder to win the division though, but they looking like a real shot to secure a wild card spot at least a wild card spot.
Right.
Let's see players that stand out. The Eagles cornerback, both the Eagles cornerback. Honestly, actually, we got to shout out the Philadelphia Eagles defense as a whole.
I won't lie. The way the season started off, I didn't expect them to kind of, I'm still iffy on them. I won't lie to you.
What are you iffy about?
Uh, I don't know. It's just something. It's like, can we really win it all? Is this our year? And I'm just feeling like, man,
what are some issues that you see in the team that doesn't make you believe that?
maybe I'm just overthinking it. But it's a really feeling. It's a gut feeling. Let me just say that. It's really a gut feeling. I don't know, man. I feel like we're not, I don't know, our luck, man. I feel like we used it all up in 2018.
What'd you guys say, Sean?
I got a lot to say. I don't know if they're gonna like what I gotta say, man.
What you guys say,
Go ahead,
John?
speak your piece. Speak your
The
piece.
sole reason the Eagles are not contenders
Oh, man.
right now is Jalen Hurts himself.
I didn't want to say it though, but listen, I was like, you know what? I wanted to see if
Okay,
someone was gonna say it. But listen, you said it, so I'm gonna let you roll.
it's only three of us, so one of y'all two would have had to said it. So,
Yeah, and my whole thing is, I know everyone's gonna come on with the stats like from the last 4 games. You know, 0 interceptions, rushing TD in each one, 2 passing in each one at least.
I catch
Those
you
are
fight.
great quarterback numbers, right? You don't take that away from somebody, but he's
Catch you.
inconsistent. Last year, what did we do? We went 10-1. What are we currently? 10-2 or something like that? This is
Yeah,
the exact point last
10
year
and
where
2.
he made that
10 and
shift.
2. 10.
Exactly. So this is the exact point last year he made that shift. We started out 2-2, won the last 8 games straight. This don't all sound familiar. Mr. Inconsistent about to do it again. And guess what? He didn't get us the first 10 wins. It's the same thing as the other seasons. It's extraordinary things happening for the Eagles to win. Fortune on our side, we're getting the same blessings that the Chiefs get, where people are missing field goals that are going to make them win the game, but not in those same aspects, right? So what I mean by that is we're getting bailed out. 3 weeks ago when we won, Devontae Smith, when AJ Brown was out, 3 extraordinary catches, one hand catch in the end zone, 40-yard catch. You see what I'm saying? He's doing things that are turning the chains. That's not necessarily Jalen Hurts. Sure, Jalen Hurts got him the ball. Clearly, someone has to throw him the ball. But at the end of the day, we're relying too heavily on Saquon Barkley, right? I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. If it's working, it's not broken, you don't fix it. But at the end of the day, Jalen Hurts doesn't have it in him where if Saquon's not able to get it going on the floor, Jalen's not going to get it in the air. And if we don't get it going on the floor, that's a game. They've already read us out. They shut down our run game. We can't create a pass game without our run game because we rely so heavily on Saquon. At this point, I told somebody we might as well just shoot. If we had the option, we could have just signed somebody else back there, snap them out the backfield, put somebody fast back there, double QB threat, running back threat. Because at this point, Jalen Hurts isn't even fast. So what are you really bringing to the table with this offense? You don't got the arm that a lot of other QBs don't. Don't got the legs anymore like you did 45 years ago. So at this point, I can't really rely on him. You know what I mean? So I feel like he'll be the sole reason they don't go where they need to
So
go.
you got a lot more questions on the offensive side than the defensive side. Not as
Yeah.
much concerns. Okay.
No, with the amount of takeaways we've had this season, like I said, extraordinary things happening in the game. We having 3 turnovers in the game, and that's on our defense. You see what I'm saying? But those are extra possessions we gain back. So when we're winning these games by the skin of our teeth, it wasn't Jalen Hurts that won it. It was our defense. When we win these games and we're barely winning, it's Saquon breaking through because it's the third, fourth quarter. He's already wore down the offense and having 60-yard TD runs. If he doesn't do that, we don't win any of these last 5, 6 games, to put it in perspective. So at what
Oh,
point do you really sit there and say,
and
all right, are we putting it all on Saquon?
okay. Okay. Kendrick, you looking like you got some. You got a rebuttal. Go ahead.
at, at what point did you start feeling that? At what game did you start feeling that?
Last
Mm.
year.
So you have the same feeling from last year to right now?
Absolutely. And it
Yeah.
wasn't when we
Hmm.
started losing last year.
Okay.
It was when we were winning last year. Even the beginning of this year, every single one of these 10 games, start not every one of the 10, the first 6 games we won, all the first 6, I was like, we did not look like we should have won that game. We did not flow as an offense. Jalen Hurts did not do what he needed to do. But every time the defense showed up, I'm never gonna blame the defense. How many points is the other team really putting on the board? Because Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, we're not really putting up points. It's Saquon putting up points, brother. We getting,
Mm.
bro, even if we putting up 28, realistically, that means the offense is holding that other team to less than 28 for us to win. I mean, the defense holding them to less than 28. So no matter which way I cut it, our defense is doing their job. The Bengals, one of the top scoring offenses in the league, they scoring way higher than us, way more overall yards than us. But guess what's happening? Their defense is letting the opponent score 35 points at minimum a game. They can't win shit that way. It's a constant shootout, and you're putting it all on your offense. It's the same exact thing right now in Philly. Right now, we're not putting it all on our defense, but we're putting it all on our defense and Saquon. Because Jalen, poor decision making. It's 2nd and 10. You're outside the pocket, and you're trying to keep the play alive. Throw that shit out, bro. I'm sorry.
No, it's
You
fine.
got
Go
to sit
ahead.
that
No,
out.
you go ahead and
You got to
cuss.
sit that out.
No,
Throw
go
that
ahead,
out, bro. We
cuss.
don't
Go
want
ahead.
that,
No,
bro.
cuss that. No, cuss free. Just don't say strong cuss words. You know.
Yeah.
You good,
Yeah, just
man.
poor decision making overall. I can't get behind his QB IQ. I just seen too many other players who got an opportunity and a shot this year. A lot of the veterans have been showing out throughout the first couple of weeks of the season. Derek Carr made us think that the Saints were going to be a problem. You see what I'm saying? So you put a lot of these things in perspective. Matt Ryan started out the season averaging about 280 yards across the first 6 games. Just throwing that thing. You see what I'm saying? So we have so many other QBs right now who are just doing so much more where I'm like, you guys have to show me why we paid you this last year. You have to
Okay.
show me why we gave you that much and we didn't create more options for ourselves.
Okay. That's fair. Kendrick, your thoughts.
I don't know where to begin, where to end, and where to start over with you, big dog. I gotta be honest. That was honestly the most stressful thing I've heard in like the past month, and I work in the news. So
Oh man.
okay, let's just break it down. Number one, let's go back to last year. Okay, if
Okay.
you had any excitement from when they started 10-1, I can tell you might not see things. You might not see things the way. Wait. I feel like everyone should see them, and a lot of people didn't. So it's okay if you fall in that. Because listen, the Eagles were never good last year at any point in time. From the first game to the last game of the season. Out of all the games they played, I'd tell you they probably had maybe 2 to 3 good games at max. Maybe maxing out at 3. So the entire season they were terrible. From an
Ask the
offense
average Eagles
perspective,
fan, they wouldn't tell you that. He's honest.
half the offense was horrible. The defense was horrible. Everything was horrible. We had great players, but we didn't have people to put them together. We just had people looking like, all right, I guess we got to run these same 3 plays for the entire game. So it's like, what do you expect the person to do if the play calling is as long as my hand? The play sheet about this, they looking like this, being like, all right, QB power, yeah. QB draw next, yeah. Oh, it's third and what? Third and 12. Yeah, go line up in trips right. Verts. Like what are we talking about here? Like that's what the entire offense was all season last year. Literally all season. That's all it was. Oh, my bad. The 2nd and 15 screen pass to get 2 yards. Yes. So I mean, yeah, sure. You can feel traumatized about last season, but keep it last season.
Okay.
Because we got rid of the main issues, which were the coordinators and Nick being a little too involved, a little too involved. Because let's look back at the Super Bowl year. Why did we succeed so well? Nick was a little bit out of it because while we had a great offensive coordinator and we had a lot of talent on defense to bail out our defensive coordinator, because definitely not a big fan of Jonathan Gannon. Never will, never have been. So
Let me jump in here. I think year we won. What was that? I don't think that was Sirianni.
No, it was
Peterson.
Doug. It was Doug.
Yeah. So my
Peterson.
thing, and just going back to last year, like you were saying, I feel like you shoved at the point I was trying to make. They have been consistently terrible since last year. Where did this big contract for Jalen Hurts come from? And I get what you're saying. You're saying it was the coordinators, it wasn't the players. You were saying it was the plays that were being made at the end of the day. There wasn't a lot for them to work with. We got rid of those problems, or at least that's what you're saying. So now I'm saying if we got rid of those problems, we have more plays, and now he's being exposed. The decision making is still poor on 2nd down and 3rd down plays. Too many more options than what he does. The plays have changed. We have a better defense. The defense has been shut down. So now what I'm saying is it wasn't the excitement from 10-1. And that's why I'm still not excited now, because like I was saying, these first 6-7 games of the season, I didn't feel like we deserved to win many of them. And it's been the extraordinary things that come out of Saquon. Dallas Goedert 2 touchdowns 4 weeks ago, 100 yards. When does that happen? Do you see what I'm saying? It takes a random player, and not always random, like is usually are expected between Saquon. Oh, wait. I think you're not coming through real quick, Kendrick, but it's always
No.
are
I'm
expected.
ingesting everything because you being real ridiculous right now. I gotta be honest with you. Like what you're saying is absolutely ridiculous. But I'm trying to hear it out. So I'm really trying my best.
No, I get where you're coming from too, but I just feel like at the end of the day, if there weren't outstanding games from certain players throughout all of these wins, we would have none of these wins. There was always a breakthrough or standout player. Probably 8 or 9 of them was Saquon, of course, but the other 2 or 3, you got one on Dallas, you got like 2 on Smitty. I'll be completely honest with you. AJ's doing what he needs to do when he's available, but he's not been available for most of the season. So maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe Jalen just needs his number one weapon back, right? AJ was out a lot. Devontae was out a lot. He didn't have too many options. Maybe that's why we're not seeing that much out of Jalen, and he's a little more scared to throw the ball. You could be completely right on that. But at the end of the day, I don't really have any sympathy for that when at the end of the day, you're getting paid the contract you're getting paid, right? And I don't want to keep going back to the numbers because those are some big numbers, but you're making what you make and you need to trust your receivers because at the end of the day, they still there every week at practice with you. Whether they second string or third string, they fighting for an opportunity. They're gonna come out and catch that damn ball. So I can't give him the excuse of, oh, he doesn't have his receivers, he doesn't have his targets. He makes poor decisions a majority of the time, and that's who I see him as. Outside of the wins, outside the losses, even if we were 0-0 right now, I see him and I don't see him taking us to where we need to go.
As a quarterback, you don't feel he's the quarterback that can take us to a Super Bowl. That's what you're saying overall. Okay. All right.
Okay, hold on.
I feel like we.
All right.
Okay. That's the summarizer, Kenji. What's your rebuttal today?
That's tough. My question is, hold on, I gotta need you to answer another question for me though, because what do you want out your quarterback? What do you if he is not the quarterback you want, what is the quarterback you want? Okay. Who's the quarterback you want?
That's a good question.
I want a quarterback, first and foremost, he's a no threat. Like I said, he's not a passing threat most of the time. If he does pass it and it's a passing threat, it's either going over the shoulder to AJ on the same play because AJ's huge and they're going to run a fly route or a streak. Outside of that, what I want from my quarterback is I want him to make better decisions. I want to see more attempts, right, to make reads on the defense. My man get the play, and the play is the play. If he get told you throwing it to the screen, it's going to the screen. He don't care if he got Devontae shrinking downfield wide open. He's putting the ball where it's supposed to go, quote unquote. But as a quarterback, you're supposed to read the field and read your options. Even if the person who hasn't had a reception all year is downfield and he's open, you throw it to him because you make the best decision as the quarterback. No one's telling him where to throw the ball. That is where the problem is at. Well.
Okay.
Okay. So, all right. If you could grab a quarterback from right now in the league, who would you replace Jalen Hurts with?
Yeah,
I can give you too. I can give you 6 or 7.
6 or 7.
Run them off.
Yes. Oh, the first 5 is easy. You could give me Lamar Jackson, easy. You could give me Patty Mahomes, easy. Over Jalen Hurts, absolutely. Absolutely. Give me Joe Burrow over Jalen Hurts.
Mar, if only Mar was here. Oh, he'd debate.
Look at me. Josh Allen over Jalen Hurts. And Josh Allen. Okay. Right. Because guess what? Super dual run threat. 6'5". He's behind that line. And you got Saquon there. They would be so terrified that they're containing everything. We would have unlimited options on what to do with the ball. And Josh Allen has an – and this is my 4th pick, by the way. I'm describing with this many better qualities than Jalen. We didn't even debate some of the first ones, right? Let's keep going. Maybe I was just throwing out a number to be a little bit of a jerk. Maybe I'm a Jalen Hurts hater a little bit. But at the end of the day, who's
the 5th and 6th?
I'm not saying let's get there. 5.
I mean, if you only only had 4, you was good. That's all. But if you got more, go ahead.
Yeah. I feel like those 4 are smooth. But if I sit here and at the end of the day, I'm gonna open it up on my other phone and we're gonna look at some of these other teams, and I'm gonna tell you, oof,
I'm
I
surprised.
don't want Herb.
Not
I don't
surprised,
want
but
Justin Herbert at all. I'm not gonna lie to you. Russell Wilson, give me him. Give me
over
him.
Hurts.
He put his team on his back over
Okay.
Hurts. Absolutely.
Okay.
Honestly, give me Justin Fields on a rookie contract. Well, not rookie contract, of course, because we didn't draft him. I'm even taking Justin Fields over Hurts because Justin Fields more mobile and he's not scared to throw the ball. He's not scared to throw the ball. I know that's probably my farthest stretch, right? We take another step on over.
Wait,
I'm looking
hold
on through.
brother. Hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. Wait,
I'll leave it at that.
Brother, are you serious with Justin Fields?
Yeah. You want to
You
know why?
serious?
Because we would be saving probably more than half of the contract. That would open up so much salary cap. And at the end of the day, he's brother. I'm 98% sure that a majority of the QBs in the league could do what Jalen Hurts is doing behind the line he has,
Man,
behind the players and the weapons he has.
if our two
It's not him.
co-hosts, if
Okay.
our two co-hosts were here right now,
So Brock
man.
Purdy. So Brock Purdy, you
Yeah.
feel the same way about Brock Purdy as well, right?
Absolutely. That's why I didn't name him. Because I'm taking Jalen Hurts over Brock Purdy. Absolutely.
Well, but you won't take him. You wait.
Okay.
Brock Purdy's a way superior quarterback than Fields, but you'll take Hurts over Brock, but you won't take Hurts over.
Yes,
Time out.
because
Time
you have
out,
to
time
look
out,
at
time
our
out.
current team and what we have in place right now. Brock Purdy, at the end of the day, look at the weapons he's had, and now look at the current season
But you'll
he's
take
having.
Hurts over Brock, but you'll take Fields over
Yes.
Hurts.
I said that was me being a little bit of a jerk, and it might have been a stretch, and that might have been the most outlandish one. But notice that's the one we hook on to. Why are we not concerned that I named 4 other QBs before that?
They're fine. Those are like, okay.
Hold on. I'm no. That's all fine. Listen, I'm going to respond. I needed to hear everything out first because because I gotta be honest, big dog. You're like it's like you're saying some things, but then you're not saying anything at all, and that's the issue right there because it's like what you said. What you're saying is true. Like, okay, Hurts does have a problem with decision making at times. I will say that. Let's see what else. You say he's not a quarterback for us. You say he's slow and like he doesn't move, but I feel like he does a pretty good job move when he needs to move. Like, I don't feel like he needs to be like, it'd be nice to have like speed like Lamar. Who wouldn't want that, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Or who wouldn't to be, or who doesn't want to be Josh Allen's size? You know, like I'm just saying, like those are the things, but like I feel like trying to lump them in with Jalen Hurts, there's obviously a physical difference between them, but it's still at the end of the day.
I think he's trying to factor in that Jalen Hurts' contract since he's getting paid that much.
Yes,
I'm gonna get to that. I'm getting to all that. Y'all gotta let me rock.
He's cooking right now.
So it's basically the intangibles. It's the intangibles and like the physical traits that Jalen Hurts doesn't have that you want in your quarterback that you see in other players. However, that's like discrediting Jalen Hurts because he has an ability where he can move and run. It may not be to the same level, but it's to an elite level because he has gotten us there. He played in the Super Bowl where he had 3 rushing touchdowns and took us like I'm like it's crazy that you're forgetting the year we lost to the Super Bowl to the Chiefs where he literally was like the best player on the field. Other people said that. So it's like, all right, yeah, we've seen him at the high level. And that is the reason why he got his contract. All right. And then the following year, they regress. But again, they regress because of the coordinators, not because as a team. And yeah, okay, the first 4 weeks were a little stressful in the beginning of this season because, you know, at the end of the day, in reality, they also did not play their starters the entire preseason. So like those first 4 games, they basically took as their real preseason as starters and split 2 and 2. And then after the bye week, you see the difference in how they played, and you see them at like basically full, like almost at their, I feel like almost at their full potential. Like I think the defense is playing at their highest peak. Like I don't see how they can go any higher. If they do, it's even more of impressive because they're already the number 1 defense in the league. So it's like that. Offense, yeah, we can always improve offense because we suck as a team in the first quarter. Honestly, I'm tired of watching Eagles games in the first quarter because all we do is punt the ball. I just look at them, just move the ball down just to punt. So it's like after the first quarter, it becomes an actual good game to watch with them. So yes, we can improve the offense and like try and get started sooner rather than later. But to sit here and feel like to have that same feeling as last year, I still feel it's ridiculous due to the fact that it's like we got rid of the problems last year with new solutions, and the solutions are working. So it's like there's a whole different vibe to this team. You can watch the team and feel comfortable. All right, yeah, they went up against some good teams. Like they went up against some good defenses. Like, you know, it should have been higher against the Browns because their offense was bad, but they still have a solid defense that people like kind of try and sweep under the rug. Like we just played the Ravens where we beat Lamar Jackson and them and held him down and held him with our great defense. But that's a quarterback you would take replace, but we just held them to be like average. Almost like, you know, a little bit of average to what Lamar Jackson can do. So it's like our defense there, and yeah, but the Ravens also have a great defense. They have a great run. They have a great run defense. I think they're number 1 in the league, or maybe number 2 now. I think they're number 2 in the league. So it's like
I think number 2, yeah.
It's just good defense. Like there's other teams allowed to be good at just as good as the Eagles, and maybe we have a little bit of problem. We got to get past a good team, but like. If we play bad teams, you see the difference. Like you've seen the difference. Like look what we did to the Cowboys. Look what we did to the Giants. Even the Bengals. The Bengals are a solid team. They're not a good team because their defense is a whole liability. So, therefore, it's like the defense. The Bengals are just not a good, like, it's okay team, but our offense was better, so that's why we were able to do much more. And let's see, what else? Damn, he really threw me off by leaving.
Man, I'm so tuned in, man. I'm like,
I'm still here. I'm still here.
Oh, you still here?
Oh, okay. You
turned on
the camera real quick.
My bad.
Listen, I'm focused. I'm listening. This is good stuff for the pod. Good episode. This is crazy.
And like, I mean, yeah, I get it. Like, yeah, there's those other quarterbacks are good, but like, he earned his money by taking us to the Super Bowl. 2 years ago, and like it's the way we look now. We have it's like we can go to the Super Bowl. Our only real threat is the Lions, but I still feel like we can edge them out because our defense is better than theirs because we are like basically more healthy than they are. Like a healthy Lions defense full at 100%. We played at 100% on both sides of the ball. I couldn't see who I would pull out as winner. Personally, I would have to flip a coin, and whatever the coin landed on, I would have to be
Jared Goff over Jalen Hurts. Just throwing that in. I'm still listening to you.
Okay.
He threw that in there.
Listen, you're entitled to say outrageous things all the time. That's okay. Nothing's wrong with that.
That's outrageous. Jared Goff has been doing it longer and more consistently.
Brother, I'm scared that the comments is going to attack you.
That's still
listen, you got time to take this back. You can take it back.
At the end of the day, no, I said it was a little outlandish, but I'm telling you, at the end of the day, for the price and for the dual threat that we still get with him, it's not that much of a loss with Saquon in the backfield, knowing we're going to sign him to whatever we can sign him to. Please, it's not that much of a loss. The guy squats 600. Saquon could probably squat more. Stop acting like it's Jalen, please. Beyond that, I'm gonna go right back into it.
I'm not. Hold on. Actually, no. Listen, it's the fact that I'm not saying it's just Jalen, but discrediting Jalen is crazy. That's what's mind-boggling to me. Like, you're discrediting the entire play of Jalen Hurts and being like, oh yeah, it's Saquon, it's Dallas Goedert, it's AJ, it's Smitty. I mean, these are players we paid and signed to help elevate not only Jalen Hurts, but them to be elevated by Jalen Hurts as well. Like, I'm really lost because, like, look at it like this. AJ Brown was on the Titans playing with Ryan Tannehill. Everyone saw the potential of him being an elite receiver, but everyone knew what Ryan Tannehill was. He then moves to play with his best friend, Jalen Hurts, on the Philadelphia Eagles. Now we're seeing AJ Brown put up consistently large numbers when he is in the game with Jalen Hurts. Why? Because Jalen Hurts improved his game, and AJ Brown also improved Jalen Hurts' game. That's how it works, though. So yes, we can say, oh yeah, it was all AJ Brown. Yes, because Jalen Hurts was hitting them with these passes. Even if he's open, that's still 50-50 exchange. It's still a half exchange, so you can't just discredit that 50%. And yes, Saquon there, yes, we can take a lot off of Hurts. That's fine. Everyone would love a run game. Look at the Ravens. Yes, they make Lamar pass, but honestly, they probably do that more so to save Derrick Henry because of how much of a physical runner he is. So I mean, yeah, I don't want Derrick Henry, who's up a little bit, getting a little older, and like he's 6'3". He's just nothing but pounding the entire time. So it's like, why would we waste that in the beginning of the season when we can just like have Lamar, use his arm, do whatever, and then have Derrick Henry later in the season? Like that's fine. But you're still trying to you're gonna put it all on Lamar. But when Derrick Henry starts playing and starts running the ball, you're gonna be are you going to keep giving the same look as how you're giving Jalen Hurts the look? Because it's like, oh, Derrick Henry's going to do it a lot. Like the 49ers literally were built around for all the skill players to be great and them to be like, all right, we got a nice quarterback who can just deliver the ball, and we have a great run game because they went and got Christian McCaffrey. That's what the Eagles did. All the Eagles did was be the 49ers and just go draft and get like
be the 49ers.
a top three running back, and then explode and basically do what they're doing. And that's what they're doing. I got to be honest. They just stole the playbook from the 49ers and just did that with Saquon, and it's like the same thing is happening.
All right,
we have the same.
So, guys, all right. So, Ja, you can respond back, and then Kennedy will get the last response. We got to go to the next topic. We spent a good 30 minutes on this one.
So, basically, at the end of the day, yeah, okay, I won't say you have to put everything on Jalen Hurts, but you can't not put anything on Jalen Hurts, any credit, anything. That's just ridiculous. He's worth the money for what he is doing because he is winning games and looking efficient doing it. If I just black out the first quarter, I think the Eagles are a top 3 team in the league. If I blank out the first quarter, they make me feel like they're only top 5 because of how they play in the first quarter offensively, and it's just frustrating.
I would lean more top 5.
Okay, so we were talking about our feelings and how we feel like the players have been playing. I'm gonna pull up the numbers. Jalen Hurts last game 3 days ago at Baltimore. Since we want to say Jalen did anything, 118 passing yards. Garbage time numbers here, right? 1 passing tutty, 1 rushing tutty, and the rushing tutty was right at the end zone that he took away from the hard work of others. His favorite thing to do. Favorite thing to do. But we're going to continue. Week before, my brother, 179 yards, 1 passing touchdown, no rushing. Well, 1 running. Week before, 221 passing yards, 1 rushing touchdown. 0 passing touchdowns. That was Saquon right there. How you got 0 passing, 1 rushing, but we won? You put up the whole offense outside of Saquon put up 7 points. That's what that just told you, brother. Unless it was the defense getting pick sixes.
I mean,
run the back.
So what if they're moving the ball offense like through the air and then they just run the ball and the score? Like that could literally be a legitimate thing. So it's
but if that was the thing, he would have passing yards. My boy got 118,
but I'm just saying
179, 221, 202, 230, 236, 114 garbage time, and then 264. It took him in the last 9 games. My bro broke 250 1 time. There's no other quarterback who's throwing under 250 in 9 games straight. Even Cooper Rush, even the bombs that we wouldn't even look at won't throw under for 250 9 games straight, bro.
That's crazy. That's a bold thing to say because that's definitely not. That's very unlikely.
Okay, let's look. And that's a backup QB, right? Watch this. Name any QB. Name the QB on your mind right now that you think that Jalen Hurts is better than. And I guarantee you I'll pull better stats than Jalen Hurts has.
He's better than?
Yeah, someone on a winning team. Not that a garbage team. A winning team right now that he's better than.
Oh, okay, Kendrick.
Sam Darnold.
You about to be upset, brother. You about to be upset.
Say his numbers all you want. That's fine.
I said the vets have been showing out this season. 235, 330, 246, 241, 290, 240, 259. Do you see the difference in those numbers? How they're all consistently above 250 or in that 250 range?
I mean, but some of them weren't above 250 though. I mean, they could be in the
But
range,
they're
but that
all in
doesn't mean
that
they're
range.
above 250.
My boy Jalen wasn't breaking 200 on most of the games I named, bro. He's 194, 114, 185. Bro, he wasn't breaking 200. So we can't say he was putting in the air and we were running it in because then the passing yards would show such.
I didn't say that was the thing. I just wanted to make sure you would acknowledge that if that was actually happening. But listen, at the end of the
I'm with
day,
you.
hold on.
All right, Kenji,
At the
finish
end
it
of the
off
day,
with you. We're gonna finish it off with you.
at the end of the day, what is wrong with running the ball though? Like I'm like that's what I'm saying. Like you're saying we
He's
run the
starting
ball.
it
Like
up.
you're basically saying we run the ball too much, and you want to pass more. That's what like
Is
why?
that what you say?
No, I'm not saying that's what it is, but that's why I'm saying at the end of the day, all these things lead back to Jalen Hurts isn't doing enough to make that contract.
Okay.
He's not making the decisions he needs to make in the opportunities where he has time and he has a chance to make a decision. And he's also, at the end of the day, not putting up any type of numbers that should back up that contract that he got.
Okay, so you're 10
I mean,
toes
why do you
behind
why?
that.
So
No,
you
Kenji.
care a lot about statistics and numbers. I see. You want to show off the stats,
No, is
I
that
just want him to do more.
but they're winning the game. I mean,
all right?
if the team cannot stop the run, why would you stop running the ball? Like I'm
That's what I said.
confused.
That's where we started. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. That's
Okay.
where we started at, my brother. But that's my whole point. You named it for me. You went back to last season. You said how terribly he played last season. If you could play terribly for 27 games straight, my brother, what is the
27
excuse?
games.
Because
27 games.
last season
Right.
was 17 games,
Alright,
and this
guys.
season
27,
was
bro.
12 already.
27?
Wait, hold on.
27 in a row. You
Guys.
said 27 in a row?
I didn't say
Okay.
you played terrible, not for all 27, but for a
Wait, all right.
majority of 27, like you
All right,
said. You
John,
putting out the
Kenji.
numbers.
We're gonna have to end it. Listen, you guys will do this. John, I'll add you in the group chat. They'll love your takes. 110%.
My man Kendrick gonna choke me out. But he's an idiot.
You got it. No, you got it. You're listen, I'm listen, you got it. I'm fine with your opinions, but I'm just saying
That's
you
a
a little
strong opinion.
outlandish. Like you gotta reel it
And
in
the whole time, I'm a diehard Eagles fan.
No,
All
I
right.
know.
I swear
I could
that's
tell.
my last
Wait, what's
name.
your favorite
I'm a
football
diehard
team?
Eagles fan.
You a diehard
Eagles, of
fan.
course. That's the
Oh, so
only
that's
team I'm
why.
gonna
So
support.
that's why your criticism is so harsh because you really love the team. Okay.
Exactly.
See?
And I'm
Okay,
gonna
I
tell
got
you,
it.
Kendrick, here's how I know you're a
That
better
was
Phillies
obvious.
fan than me. Wait. Kendrick, here's how I know you're a bigger Phillies fan and a bigger Eagles fan than me, and that you really represent Philadelphia. What do? We see players do one good year, we give them a big contract, even though we watch them regress over the next couple. We've done it in
Oh,
every
man.
sport. We are the team that gets all the leftovers, all the players that nobody no longer wants. Paul George, Embiid at this point, he can't get it done. There's two.
Man,
How
he's
have you been
bringing
out for
in
half the season for the last
basketball.
3 seasons?
Man, say that
We
NBA talk for
transitioning.
not another
No,
Hold on.
episode. Come on,
I'm just
dude.
saying,
No.
you're a better Phillies
I
fan than
don't
me. You
care,
love the
Hold
Philly
dude.
on, hold
Don't
on.
bring
team.
Time
them.
out. Time out.
Don't
Time
bring
out.
them
Time
up.
out. No. Colin,
My bad,
no.
my
He brought
bad,
it up.
my bad.
No.
No. I'm out. You're right. No, that's my fault. That's my fault.
Right, that's crazy,
You
bro. They ain't even
My
had to
fault,
be
yo.
brought
My
brought up
up.
the
fault.
right time. You
But
brought
I
up the
love
right
my
topic
Philly
with the right
teams.
point.
I love
I
my
got
Philly
you.
teams nonetheless,
I
bro.
got you. I
He
got you.
really threw them
No.
in there like, damn.
No. He Colin, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. Bro, listen, I'm a true Phillies fan for sure. Big time. But the Sixers need to blow that shit up.
All that
God,
shit.
Joel
All of
Embiid
it,
needs to
dog.
leave the 76ers. I need him to trade to the Thunder for
Yeah.
7 picks and check.
You know what's
I need
crazy?
that's what I
But
need.
it's like we don't have any.
But you're gonna
Like,
feel this way about Hurts in a couple years, probably, bro.
Kendrick,
That's what I'm saying. This is the problem
Bro,
that
we
the
got enough
Sixers
talent
Kendrick,
and
around
the
him where
teams
it
put
can
us
wash
through.
itself out.
Kendrick,
It can wash
I feel
itself out from the
Fair.
talent we have around him.
I feel like
He can't wash out.
Joel. Okay, Joel was always hurt. Is he really tradable? Like what? All right, maybe there are some teams.
Somebody gonna have to want him. Somebody need to want
Maybe
him.
there
I
are
just need
some
him off the
teams.
team.
Maybe there are some teams that would throw some draft picks, but he's got a bad history on his side. And it's like, okay, and it's like we're really stuck with this team. We don't have to really draft picks because we kind of trade them all away for like.
Yeah, that's why we trade him away. Give somebody. Please,
but it's like, man, what's our best
get rid of
shot at
all.
that point?
Look at us.
Bro, listen,
We
we
gotta
gonna have a
blow it
shot in
all
a
We
up,
couple
can't
bro.
years. We gonna have a shot in a couple years because we got Tyrese Maxey and Jared McKay. We done built the
That's what I was about to
We
say.
bringing back the Philadelphia Warriors. Okay, that's what we really about to do.
Put the
Because
team little
Don't
again.
feed into the shenanigans, man.
Put the team
All
little
right.
again. We did it with AI. It's like,
Man, he did it with. All right, listen. All right, we gonna
make
bring
the
it back.
system small again, bro.
All right, listen, we're gonna bring it back to football, man. Basketball talk will happen in another episode. But man, listen, that was a great. You guys love the debate. That was awesome. Kendrick, you was talking about your most surprising teams. Ja, could you give your end? What was your most surprising teams? And then we could talk some about the week 14, some of the matchups. We could talk about that, give our little predictions, and end it off from there. All right, John.
Most surprising teams for me, of course, the Steelers. They always have a winning season record. But when I say I'm used to seeing my boy Tomlin in the last decade around that like 9 and 7 point, like, just there, just there. This year, no, they want something out of this. They said, we're tired of losing to the Ravens and the Bengals. Y'all keep talking about Joe Burrow and Lamar. We need something. They brought in 2 new QBs. They said, we're starting fresh. And with a fresh lineup, fresh faces, they found a way to make it work. And they're getting it done on both sides of the ball, bro. Simple as that. They doing their stuff. Outside of that, I would have to say, no, this is a pretty surprising team. Chargers. I don't see any weapons they have. Lamb McConkey is not who you guys think he is.
What do you mean?
He's not who you think he is.
What do you mean?
He's doing the same thing he did in Georgia. He's literally doing the same thing he did in Georgia. I am not seeing
But that's
no
my
difference.
thing. He's doing his thing, but I'm like, I call fluke, bro. I call fluke. Even still. But that's why they're surprising me. 8-4. I just did not see them doing well this season.
So you don't see him doing that next year then? That's what you're saying?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Oh,
next year.
What is the problem?
We got to say
I'm not talking about Lamb McConkey. Not Lamb McConkey specifically. I'm saying the Chargers.
Back to this.
Chargers are over.
This is
brother.
December 4th. We're going to
have?
come back to this a year from now. We're going to come back to this.
Right now, they have the power of friendship and chemistry. That is what's getting this done. Name some of their weapons right now,
bro. They're not the New York Knicks, big dog. What are we talking about here?
Will Pesley, brother. These guys are nothing right now. They should not be 8-4. That's what upsets me.
So you really calling them a one-trick pony? Why? Okay. You're saying they're like one-trick ponies. Why?
Yes.
What's giving you that? Why? What's the reason?
What's giving you that they will do it again? Tell me what tells you in these stats that they should have even had the wins that they had this year. Let's look at their schedule. Maybe that's what it is. I said they're most surprising, and maybe that's what it is. I just got to look at their previous schedule. Falcons last week won by 4 points. Ravens week before lost by a touchdown. Bengals week before won by a touchdown, put up 34. That wasn't them. It was the Bengals defense that shitted it. I mean, pooped it up.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Outside of that, week before, 27-17, Titans, garbage time team. Week before that, Browns, when they weren't playing my dog, Jameis Winston, so it don't count, 27-10.
The defense is still there.
I hear you.
What do you mean?
I hear you. The offense didn't need to do that week. But my point is, they didn't have nothing they was really facing. Even right now with what they've been doing. Look at what the Browns have done over the last 5 weeks. As far as the numbers they put up, the amount of people they've gotten involved, and my dogs are probably still like 2-8 right now. You see what I'm saying? That is a garbage time team, and this was 5 weeks ago before they even had anything they had going over the last 3 weeks. Phenomenal. So garbage time win does not count to me. Before that, the Saints 26-8. Garbage team. Before that, lost to the Cardinals 15-17. Before that, beat the Broncos by 7. And before that, lost to the Chiefs by 7. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. They're beating garbage time teams. Garbage time teams. You notice how those were all losses that I just named for a majority in the last 6-7 weeks. Before that, that's where their wins came. And they beat the Cowboys 26-19. Before that, they lost to the Rams 4 points. Seahawks 13 points. Chiefs again. Damn. So where are y'all wins? They beat this Patriots 6-0. Garbage time. Oh my God, if you were a FanDuel and you bet the under for 10, you probably could have turned $10 into $3,000. Because that doesn't happen in a football game. Garbage win. It doesn't count.
Okay. All right. So Kendrick, you got a rebuttal. John, go ahead, and then we got to do our Week 14 predictions. All right, go ahead, Kendrick. What you got to say?
He
Because he
got
brought
it.
out some
Nah,
facts.
he got it. He got it. He got it.
Yeah, those are garbage wins. We can't even contest that. They do not deserve to be 8-4. It cannot happen again next year, and it will not end the season this way. They are like.
So are you throwing your hands up because of the facts, or are you throwing your hands up? What got you?
Listen, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm willing to put $20 down that the Chargers win at least 8 games next year.
Okay, are you willing to take that bet, John? You know.
I'll take it. And it's documented on video.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I'll take it.
Man.
And when they go 2-14 next year, I'm a Wu-Tang. Okay.
The episode 180, man. All right, 180 is crazy. I didn't expect this out of episode 180. This is a dynamic episode. All right, now let's get to the final stage of this episode. You guys are crazy. Listen, let's go ahead and dive right into it, man. Listen, Thursday, the Packers and Lions at the Lions. Who do you have? Listen, this is crazy. Packers 9-3, Detroit 11-1. Oh man, this is tough.
Detroit has done it for the last couple of years, bro. They've shown me they
Keep it a
won
buck.
it for the
I need the
last couple
Packers
of
doing.
years.
You got the Pack?
Hey, my boy Kendrick, go where I'm going. We faded it. LeBron James.
Give the reason why. Give the reason why.
Because
right now the Packers. What do you mean the reason why? You want to be number 1 in the conference, big dog?
Yeah, we need them to lose first and foremost. That's why. That's the heaviest reason. The Eagles need the Lions to lose. Secondly, the Lions are due for a loss. Yes, Lions are due for a loss. Packers are 9-3. That was the team that I should have named on the last segment. They are the team that surprised everybody. You got a not rookie, but you got a early on quarterback, right? He's getting it done in Jordan Love. He was behind Rodgers last year. He came out, did what he needed to do. Came out, showed y'all what he needed to show y'all. And even when he got hurt, Malik Willis won the next 3 games. They got a strong QB, and if Jordan Love starts messing up, guess who's coming in? Malik Willis, and he's a dual threat. His legs move, brother. He's scary, and he's big, too. That's like seeing Saquon with the ball in his hand throwing it. I don't want to see that coming at me. That being said, I would love to see them win. They got too many, weapons. They got Jaden Reed's been doing his thing. Josh Jacobs, absolute dog. If not for the fact that Saquon and Derrick Henry were doing what they were doing, T-Mac, garbage time this year, right? Josh Jacobs would have been the name we would have been talking about this year. But he's getting overshadowed just off the fact that we got 2 MVP candidates for running back, which never happens, right? Yeah. So that being said, they have all the weapons that they really need. I'm looking at this tight end Tucker Kraft. He gets it done. Ooh, Romeo Dubes is out. Ooh, concussion. Ooh,
is that
that's a big hit.
Decision? Is that affecting your decision? Or are you
doesn't
switching
affect
sides?
my decision?
Okay,
doesn't affect my decision at all.
You standing 10 toes? Okay, all right, okay. You guys 2-0.
Oh my gosh.
All right, listen.
I just want them to lose.
And that's for Thursday.
Look at this team. They wicked,
that's
bro.
For Thursday. This Thursday. So Sunday, a pack of games. Some of these games, I'm not even gonna like Saints and Giants. I mean, who really cares? Giants will lose anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
can I be honest with you?
What?
Lions is the best all-around team in football right now.
Chris would agree with you if he was on.
I can't lie. Best all-around team right now. On the offensive side, I'm taking them over the Eagles' offense, even with Saquon.
Do you agree?
Their weapons are just too much. You got 2 running backs that are very strong out the backfield. Jared Goff,
basically,
Ross St. Brown. Yeah. 2 of them combined to Saquon, but that's my point. Their other weapons, Sam Laporta, he's a monster. 2 touchdowns last week. 2 touchdowns last week. Yeah, Dallas Goedert, essentially. Jameson Williams, I'm not going to put him up there with AJ at all. We're not going to do that. But Amon could go up there.
Up there with Smitty.
I'll put Amon up there with my – I'm not trying to change the segment. I'm taking Smitty over AJ. I just feel like my boy ain't getting his shine. But I love my boy Smitty. But that's a whole different conversation. I'm sorry, I had to get that out. I'm a big Smitty proponent. That's my dog. I die by Smitty. Me and Smitty got the same build. Same arm length and all, 5'11" and all, 180 and all. Me and Smitty is same near the same body type. He showed me if I really locked into my life, I could have been top receiver in the NFL. I love Smitty, dog. That's never gonna change, bro.
Okay, putting aside your love for Smitty, let's talk about. All right, let's talk about the Browns and Steelers. Who do you guys have winning that matchup? At Steelers. Steelers.
Ooh.
It's gonna be the Steelers are gonna win because the Steelers wanted more.
Okay.
I feel like the Browns came out a couple weeks ago and beat them. You know what I mean? And that's something that Jameis Winston was proud of. Browns know they never beat the Steelers.
They lost
right?
to the Broncos. So, they beat the Steelers on November 21st. They won that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
barely recent.
24-19.
I don't see them losing again. Not with what they've been doing recently. They're not losing again.
All right.
But at the end of the day, it's not set in stone, right? Because my dog give it to Jesus, to the Lord. God touched that ball sometimes. He be letting it go, and I'll be like, that's a pick, and it's in the end zone. What are you talking about? God be guiding it from above. He be sending up prayers with that. So it's going to be a shootout. Don't be surprised to see, literally, I said this previous week, I said Jameis Winston, 400 passing yards, 4 interceptions, 5 touchdowns. And my stat line was damn near on the dot. Don't be surprised. My dog get it done. He going to do something to y'all.
All right. Okay. Kendrick. Who are you rocking with?
Steelers.
All right.
Steelers.
Okay. Steelers. We got the Falcons and the Vikings. At Vikings.
Falcon and the Vikings at the Vikings. Very honestly, Vikings are due for a loss.
Okay.
I like the Falcons. Drake London, dog. Kyle Pitts straight out of Philly. Shout out to Kyle Pitts, Philly boy representing, tight end. Shout out Kyle. Dog. He had tight end day. 2 tutties. Don't forget that. 2 tutties. Okay. Dallas Goedert type movement, dog. Who else they got? Let's look at this lineup. They got Darnell Mooney, questionable though. Not too interested in him. Tyler at running back. And they got, don't forget the man himself. Where he at? Why can't I find him? B. John Robinson. I feel like Stephen A. My dog put up like 120 yards combined first 6 games of the season. I said, oh no. He might be doing what Saquon doing. I was wrong, very wrong. But that dog, he's a dog. He's one of them. So I don't count him out. And at the end of the day, Aaron Jones doesn't get moving. The Vikings don't start passing that ball. So
Vikings.
I'm taking the Falcons. Falcons.
Kendrick.
6-6, they need it more. 6-6, they need it more. Vikings 10-2, they getting content. They ain't hungry enough.
Kendrick, you said Falcons?
Vikings. You said Vikings.
Vikings. Ooh, okay. Listen, the Raiders and Buccaneers, I got the Raiders losing. They definitely losing. Off the rip, they're losing. We got to make that clear and known.
They took my boy C-Mac out.
Got to put some emphasis specifically on that match.
You said the Raiders going to
win.
Actually, you think Raiders going to win? Don't you dare.
Actually, no. I'm going to say, only reason why I'm going to say they not going to win, because I want them to get a good draft pick. I'm going to give them a good draft spot. So, I want them to lose.
All right, you know what? I do take pity on them. I take pity on them, so you know.
I just want them. I want them to be a good team. Like I want them to get better.
I take pity. Listen, Kendrick, you won't say it, but I'll say it. I take pity for the Raiders and the fans.
No, because listen. You said it.
No,
you said
it.
You
I
got to clarify that. You said it.
I take pity for you guys.
Look at me. Raiders pick up Justin Fields next year. Don't be surprised.
Chris would love to
because Justin Fields at the end of the day, he's a starter.
Kendrick,
he doesn't sit behind anybody right now.
Wouldn't Chris be ecstatic to have Justin Fields as his quarterback? I think he would love that. Wouldn't he love it?
What's the next game?
The Panthers and Eagles. Eagles, obviously.
Oh, that's too easy.
Too easy.
We could go to the next game after that. That's too easy.
Man, Jaguars and Titans. That's not interesting.
Whoa. Panthers have Miles Sanders still?
He's out. He's on IR.
He's out. Oh, I was about to say, take Miles Sanders for 80 yards. He wants to run all over us. He's pissed. But if he's out,
all right,
that would have been some free money for y'all. That's all.
Okay. Jaguar and Titans. That's not interesting. That's not interesting. Titans probably. Jaguars.
Titans probably.
Titans
you see,
probably.
They don't got QB right now, unfortunately.
Jets and Dolphins. Aaron Rodgers, man. The Jets have been just a disappointment. Dolphins. I got Dolphins winning. You guys, it doesn't really matter. Seahawks and Cardinals.
I got Cardinals.
Cardinals. Okay, Cardinals. I had Cardinals.
Gino throw for 325. Seahawks win.
Okay. That's okay. Bills and Rams. At Rams.
Bills.
Okay, Bills.
Rams.
Josh Allen.
Okay.
Josh Allen in the cold. That's somebody I want to see.
But you said Rams, Kendrick. How come?
Kendrick Stafford feeling dangerous. This is time of year.
Okay,
yeah.
All right,
but this Josh Allen time of year. He's doing stuff. Receiving touchdown last week.
I mean, he's been doing the same thing every year, and you see where that got him. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He get into the same spot.
All right. You gotta throw that in there. Boy, they gonna be mad at you in the comments. Listen.
Yeah, you know the world love Josh Allen.
All right, they gonna be mad at you.
Great player, but where he at the end of the day?
They gonna be mad at you in the comments.
Oh,
all right. You poking the hornet's nest. Listen, we got
he at the local bar. He at the local dive bar watching the game, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
He's not even going to Cancun like the rest of them. He said, I'm staying local.
All right,
Cancun already ended.
All right, Chicago Bears versus 49ers at San Francisco. Who are we going with?
49ers.
Give me Bears. Ooh.
You want the Bears?
That was a little quick out of both of us.
Yeah, you got the decisive.
I don't got no faith in Caleb Williams, but I mean,
I feel like he's warming
Caleb
up.
Williams. He doesn't believe in Caleb Williams.
Average,
I've been very anti Caleb Williams as well, but he's been warming up.
Oh, you're on the train as well.
Up.
Okay, all right.
But he's been warming up. I wouldn't be surprised to see him have a strong next year.
I don't even want to mention the Chiefs and whoever they playing in Chargers, but obviously there's no point in that.
Chargers.
You lying to me.
The team we just announced as a fluke, Chargers to beat the Chiefs. I can't take that.
Gotta stand on it. Yes, sir.
You lying to me. And you lying to the YouTube.
Look at me. Look at me.
Chargers.
Chiefs this week, just because they're playing garbage time team that no one knows is a garbage time team because of that record. Travis Kelce and all the expected components are going to do what they need to do. Travis Kelce, 2 tutties. He hasn't been scoring this whole year. It should be at good value. Get your money's worth. Travis Kelce, 2 touchdowns this Sunday. Remember I said it. Y'all going to come back to this and be like, yo, he made some money. 2 touchdowns this Sunday.
This episode's going to go crazy. Listen, and the last one is off the weekend, Monday on December 9th. We got the Bengals at the Cowboys. I got the Bengals winning.
Yeah, the Cowboys suck, so Bengals.
Yeah.
I want to see the Cowboys lose, but analytical, logical, professional sports cap on. Yeah, the Bengals should handle the Cowboys.
Bengals need it way more than anybody else right now. The Bengals are the best worst team in the league right now.
One of the most. Some people would say some of the most disappointing. I think just because of injuries. You know,
but let's talk about it. Whole time,
no, we're not going to talk about it.
Oh, okay. I'll say Bengals record only bad close points. They be losing by a little. That's all. They only lose by a lot.
You know what? Save that for the next NFL episode. We're going to touch on that more. We're going to talk about the playoff picture and give our week 15. You know, because the playoffs are really right around the corner. Wild card is literally like what? Week 16, 17, 18. Yeah, we got about 3 weeks. So, yeah, playoffs are literally right around the corner. So, all right. But that'll conclude episode 180 of the Restricted Zone podcast. Shout out to our special guest, Sean. Thanks a lot. You were dynamic this episode. Shout out to the smartest man on the podcast, Kendrick. Love the energy, usual passion, analytics, and just the knowledge, right? Smartest man in the podcast. Shout out to you, man. Hopefully the fans enjoy this episode as much as we enjoyed recording this episode. And like I said, turn on your post notifications, turn on the like, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And like I said, there are 2 episodes dropping out so far. We got the Knicks tape, Volume 3, episode 179, and the episode recording at the time it's recording episode 180. So turn on the post notifications so you can be tuned in and watch the episodes and share it out. We appreciate the support, the subscribers. You guys are tuning in, leaving likes and comments on the previous videos. We really appreciate the support. Check us out on Instagram at RestrictedZonePod. We really appreciate the love and support. Have a great day, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your week, guys.
And flag planting is okay.
Okay.
That is okay.